Ho, ho, ho. Happy holidays, you weird-ass creatures.
Creatures of the void.
Creatures of the void. You dashing through the void.
Yeah, in a one-horse open void.
In a horse...
Conjuring the abyss.
Yeah, the skeletal sleigh?
What? I don't know.
Dashing through the void in a one-horse skeletal sleigh.
Okay.
I don't know the rest.
What even is the rest? What are we doing?
We'll work on it.
Whatever. It's another episode. It's episode 10. It's the holiday extravaganza.
We did
Part
it.
1.
Yeah, part 1.
Damn right.
We have a lot to cover.
Yeah. For you guys listening, it's just another Sunday. Your 3 best friends popping up on your Spotify feed. We haven't recorded in a long time, actually. We kind of backlogged a lot of stuff because we all had...
We had to.
We had vacation plans. We had Christmas coming up.
I had to dip out of the country.
Yeah.
And I'm back.
Yep.
I survived.
You
Mexico.
weren't taken.
You were not taken.
No, I was not taken. Do you want to tell the viewers the top 2 things? Because I asked Jess and I asked Brody, hey, what do you guys want me to bring back from Mexico?
Right.
Do you remember the first thing you said to me?
Was it tequila?
No.
That sounds like me if I said tequila.
I think the first thing I said was tequila.
That was Jess.
Well, I mean, like, if you're going to go to Mexico, you got to get tequila.
It's like, I want a tequila with the worms still in it.
I forget what you asked me to get, but I do know that you gave me a tiny little handmade ashtray, and I thought it was very cute.
Yes, I did get you the ashtray. But the first thing you said to me was, Rose, I want you to come home.
Aww.
That was so
yeah.
sweet.
How thoughtful.
I just want to highlight how
I just asked for things right away.
I'm a very materialistic person.
I am, yeah.
I was coming home, and Brody was like, just in case you don't, I want to reiterate you need to come home.
Yeah. I need to keep doing this podcast.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Well, they're back. They're safe.
We're back.
And what were we doing right before we started recording, guys?
And what are you continuing to do,
Yeah, and what are you
Rose?
still doing right now?
Oh my god. Okay, on the topic of tequila. I have with me a concoction that my stepmother suggested.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
What's the whole story? Like, you told me you were walking down the streets of Mexico, dum-de-dum-de-dum.
So, in the area that we're in downtown, let's just say this city, we're downtown, and each store has a person out front saying, hey, come look at my store, come buy something from me, blah, blah, blah. We're like, no, we're just gonna keep walking. We walk by a tequila shop.
A tequilery.
Yeah, and the guy
Tequila Mockingbird.
comes over, he waves at us, he goes, hey, I've got all kinds of tequilas, I got this flavor, I got that flavor.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, no. He goes, I have Reese's Pieces flavored tequila. I whipped around so fast,
Yep.
I'm like, excuse you?
Reese's Pieces.
What is this? And how do I try it? My stepmother and my dad just burst into laughter because I whipped around so hard, man.
Yep.
And the guy's like, come here, I'll show you. He got out this big-ass bottle of peanut butter tequila and a smaller bottle of chocolate tequila, mixed the 2 together, and oh my god, they tasted just like Reese's Pieces.
Dang.
So naturally, I had to buy it.
Naturally.
I bought both. I brought it home. But the nail in the coffin for me buying the tequila in the first place was my stepmother said, hey, this would be awesome over vanilla ice cream.
Cut to right now.
Cut to right now, I am eating my tequila-drenched vanilla ice cream. Don't regret it one bit. It is amazing.
It's like a more boozy, deconstructed mudslide.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's the perfect way for you to enjoy booze.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
You specifically, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, Jess said it earlier, just when you get, like, the tequila taste, just as it was becoming overwhelming, you get this snap of vanilla, and it's such a pleasant experience.
Yeah, like, you think you're like, oh, this might be a little too much just to eat with a spoon, and then, boom, there's the ice cream flavor.
And it really kind of mellows each other out, you know?
Yeah, it does.
It complements it so well.
If I had a blender, I would have made milkshakes for us, but... I mean, I do have a blender, but that's just a mess.
I was thinking about that. Like, that would be, like, the better way to do it.
It would be
Brody,
such a mess.
It's just better than, like, eating it with a spoon.
Brody in the car, we were driving home, and he's like, man, I'm going to make a milkshake out of it. I'm like, okay. Do we even have the materials to make milkshake?
I don't
He's
have
like,
milk, and
"Oh,
I don't
yeah."
want to mess up my blender because God, I hate cleaning blenders. I hate cleaning anything in general, but man, especially blenders. It sucks.
But that is what I'm eating right now.
That's what you're eating / drinking. Personally, for me, I went all out for the holidays. I kind of just saw a recipe that was a martini. What even is a martini?
Isn't it like...
Because the way I
It's
always...
like a certain amount of liquor is supposed to be in a martini. It's a strained and chilled concoction in a martini glass.
Well, this calls itself a martini, and I'm not drinking out of a martini glass at all.
I don't own any.
It is...
I'm not going to ever buy any.
It's a cranberry gin martini with some sage infused in there.
Yes.
Gin is amazing.
Gin is great. You know, like, all I drink now is whiskey and gin.
I will
Like, those
drink,
are the only, like...
Like...
I'll drink some tequila if you pour it on some ice cream for me, like you were so kind to do.
I don't like tequila, but I love this kind of tequila.
Oh my God, I love
Give me
tequila.
a good bottle of gin, some
Mm-hmm.
Sprite, ginger ale, soda water.
I didn't always like gin. I always thought it was like the weird one that makes me sad all the time.
Oh, really?
I
I've been
actually-
drinking gin and tonic since I was like 19.
Yeah.
Every
that's how I
aunt's
started.
favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Gin
That's
is my
me now.
favorite.
Oh yeah, you are an aunt.
Yeah, I am.
You are an aunt, and you drink like one too.
Yeah, it's not born yet, but I will be soon. But I
Yeah.
still am an aunt in spirits.
Yeah, you're turning. Hey. That is the exact kind of humor that an aunt would wear on like a Saturday
Oh, I
afternoon
will
t-shirt.
never wear quotes on my shirt like that.
You say that, but one
No,
day,
it's
but
never
one day I'm
happening.
gonna
One
give
day
you a
it's gonna
gift
happen.
that's like, let
I'd
the
rather
good
get
times
it
be
tattooed on my
gin.
body than wear. I would really much rather get that tattooed on my body than wear a shirt. And I think you guys know I'm not kidding. About
Yeah, no, that's
that.
totally. That's a little more hardcore. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go real hard on this aunt shit.
Nice.
What are you guys doing for the holidays?
I
I know you're done.
Brody's
Brody's done.
yeah, no, I fucking clean my hands so well with
That's the way to do
before
it. Fuck.
before even December 1st. All my holiday shit was just down the window.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, how he's the lucky one. He's like, alright, my
Yep.
family, they came in for Thanksgiving.
Hanukkah, bitches.
We did Hanukkah, they left.
Yep.
And
I'm
Jess
done.
and I are
We
still
came, we
lucky.
saw, we conquered, all on Hanukkah. First night, watched football. It was great.
You're not fully done yet because I have Christmas gifts for you here today.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, Jess, you have mine.
Yeah,
They're in the
they're in the
closet.
closet over here.
In part 2.
Yeah.
Mm.
So even though you celebrate Hanukkah, you're
Yeah.
celebrating. a
We're
little
saving
bit of
that as
Christmas
like the
today,
big
too.
dessert for like what we plan on being a long night because we got a lot to talk about.
We
Yeah,
have so
we do.
much to talk about. There's a lot to cover.
We it's been a while since we actually recorded. We got a lot to catch up on, including we just want to really go over like some holiday stuff as well as something that to me kind of replaced Christmas. You know what I mean? Like everyone
what?
celebrated one thing and not
Oh,
Christmas.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's.
Spider-Man!
Spider-Man.
Oh, are we
I
going to
have
talk
so
about
much-
Spider-Man first?
No, we're doing
We gotta-
we're doing holiday movies first, and then
Okay,
part
sorry,
2 is going to
guys.
be all Christmas.
It-
Not all Spider-Man. I mean,
Yeah.
To be fair, we were listening, Brody and I in the car were listening to a very Spider-Man Christmas?
oh yeah, from Into the Spider-Verse, the fake album within the movie.
Oh, that's
They released
fantastic.
it on Spotify.
Spidey bells, Goblin smells, something else about Christmas.
The Spidey car lost its wheel?
Spidey ATV,
Or something
Spidey
like-
hoverboard.
Something lost its wheel.
Yeah,
It was a train wreck.
whipping through
love that.
Midtown.
Yeah. And Brody, not even halfway through the song, this is the first song he brought up on the album. I've
Mhm.
listened to the entire album, and it just devolves, man. I fucking love that.
It's
song.
like you think-
I love the whole album.
You think they run out of like concepts?
No.
They just keep hitting
They
you
just
with
keep
it.
going.
And at one point, like halfway through the song, it's just like, this is kind of melting my brain. I can't.
But yeah, we listened to that because I tried to put on Save the City, but Brody vetoed that and said no.
Look, it's too much. Like this morning, oh yeah, Hawkeye, the finale came out this morning. We'll get to that later. But, and yeah, Yeah, and you've just been listening to that all the time, and like I've had it stuck in my head.
I just want for reclarification, and I know my memory is terrible in general, but like, do you like this? Like, you like the song, right? You're not ironically listening to it.
No, I'm unironically
It's an earworm.
listening to it.
Okay.
I'm like, it's an earworm. Jess, would you like me to... Can we play it?
No,
I'll play as...
we can listen to it on our break.
Yeah, Disney's gonna come after us. I'll play.
Oh, they'll come after us hard, and
I'll
no
play
one
as
even
much as
listens
I
to
can.
us, and they'll find us.
I'll play as
Come
much as
after
I can legally play right now.
Yay!
Yeah.
And that's it. And that's it.
Yeah. Disney, don't sue us.
Yeah.
We are fans. But yeah, there's a lot of fun Christmas stuff that we really want to talk about. Very apropos, because this comes out literally the day after Christmas. Boxing Day, as the Canadians call it. Yeah. You thought you were done.
No,
You got one more thing to do.
No. See, that's my big day for shopping. Fuck Black Friday. For me, it's Boxing Day.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I went to the mall yesterday and it was horrible. I waited in line at Victoria's Secret for 30 minutes.
That's
Maybe even longer. And they were screaming children and it was hot in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just terrible. But I did get hibachi after and that was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, and yes, I caught the piece of chicken he was throwing in my mouth.
Nice.
On the third try.
Hey.
It's never happened to me before.
That's fine.
My friend caught hers too.
That's
That was her first time too.
Woo!
And then 3 other people at our table did. It was miraculous. It was a Christmas miracle, honestly. It really was.
True Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
Everyone catches the hibachi chicken that's thrown.
Yeah. Now, a follow-up question to this. Do you guys do 2 yum yum sauces or a yum yum and a ginger when you go to hibachi? What's your
2
protocol?
ginger.
You do 2 ginger?
Yeah.
You're an outlier, and I should have expected that.
I don't like the yum yum.
What?
I don't like what it is.
It's a food so nice they named it twice, Rose.
I stick to ginger.
No. It's,
What?
Hey.
Y'all don't do yum yum sauce?
No.
It's weird.
I mean, I do both.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it weird?
It's
I
just
don't know.
odd.
You were eating sriracha mayonnaise earlier, and it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
He still has his sushi, by the way.
Yeah, I'm like eating sushi while doing this. I picked the one food that like I'm not gonna crunch on.
Sushi's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Unlike me, who just picks out, what was it? Cheez-Its and Goldfish was like the noisiest fucking thing I could have picked.
Well, Jess is like the snack person. Jess is a snack friend. She'll give you snacks.
I will, yeah.
She
Whatever
has a
I have.
stockpile of snacks.
And she has
Yeah.
like all the goldfish and the cheesy puffs and the other thing that
Or
just
I'll make you a quesadilla.
hell
She's
yeah.
done that multiple times for me.
Yeah, whenever Rose is hungry, I'm like, oh my god, I'm just gonna make you a quesadilla.
Mainly because she doesn't want to hear me complain that I'm hungry.
No, I mean, like, I'll feed you whenever you're hungry. Like, I just don't always have things for a meal around, but I know bread and cheese always makes you extremely happy.
Yeah.
Like a soft bread and cheese.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I know your preferences.
That's like, if you want to make me happy, Brody, just make me a fucking quesadilla.
Oh, easy peasy.
Yeah.
Or a grilled cheese. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Same thing.
But, like, not too much cheese.
No, there's a perfect balance.
Yeah.
There's a
If it's only cheese, then like it's weird.
I think, like, the cheese to bread ratio needs to be a little even or less cheese to bread.
Is this what you expected on our Christmas extravaganza, people?
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, cheese consumption has got to shoot up rapidly during this time of year.
Probably.
I still have to go shopping for cheese.
Go to Aldi. Seriously.
No, I'm being sent to Wegmans.
Yeah, well, you can get the same stuff at Aldi for half the price.
No, this shit comes like it's imported from fucking Italy.
Aldi has the best goat cheese.
It's not goat cheese, surprisingly. I don't know what kind of cheese it is, but it's imported and it's amazing.
I had a vanilla blueberry goat cheese from Aldi over Thanksgiving. That was awesome.
I want to talk about Hanukkah.
You
Okay,
can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to talk about Hanukkah because it came before Christmas. Therefore, I'm going to talk about it before we get to the Christmas movies.
And to be
Okay.
fair, we've already discussed a lot of Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Hold on. What is your favorite Hanukkah? Because we're talking about cheeses, we're talking about food.
What's my favorite Hanukkah cheese?
What's your favorite? Is there a Hanukkah cheese?
Is there Hanukkah cheese?
Yeah, it's only supposed to last for one day, but you eat it for 8.
What?
Oh my god, you know nothing about Hanukkah.
I do.
No, I do. I'm just.
I was going to ask you if it's an oily cheese, but I didn't want to.
All right,
I
but
was waiting
Hanukkah
for the kicker.
Hanukkah food
that
though.
was the kicker.
Hanukkah food is like the basic idea is like it's all just a celebration of oil. So you gotta fry something in oil, and that's just latkes. And latkes is just something that I only really have it on Hanukkah, but I wish I could eat it every day.
Oh my god, latkes are so good.
It would just kill me immediately, but I would so well.
I would like one for breakfast every day.
Wait, real quick, before we get to that, more food stuff. Sour cream or applesauce?
Sour cream.
Rose?
Rose?
What do you put on your latkes?
Nothing. I eat mine just plain.
I'd put some Texas Pete in that sour cream too.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I eat plain.
That's like the second worst thing you could say next to ketchup.
Oh yeah, don't do ketchup.
Don't do ketchup.
I think most things don't need ketchup.
Unless you're Patrick Mahomes.
Who's that?
Patrick Mahomes? He's the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's a cute
He really
boy
likes
he's really good at football, and he just drowns everything in ketchup. It's disgusting.
Just like Donald Trump.
But I want to talk about Hanukkah.
Jess, really?
Yeah, I would imagine Donald Trump puts ketchup on everything he eats.
I mean,
But yeah,
Brody's like looking at Rose like, "Are you serious? You know the man puts ketchup on everything."
I want to talk about Hanukkah, and I want to talk about what a lot of people call the best, but I call the only Hanukkah special movie.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about, and it's the only Hanukkah movie I can think of.
Yeah.
And yes, I saw it in theaters when I was a kid.
Really? I didn't think it came out in the theaters.
Oh, it did. It did.
8 Crazy Nights from Adam Sandler.
Oh my god.
Just like kill me now.
World-renowned filmmaker Adam Sandler.
World-renowned filmmaker
Or
Adam
producer, we should
Sandler.
say.
And it's like I'm not here to shit on Sandler because I
don't want to because
It's so easy to shit on his movies, but I actually do have some respect for what he
I
does.
watched it on the plane.
you know what?
That's the average experience.
Coming home from Mexico.
Every now and then you're gonna just totally write him off. He does something like Uncut Gems or Punch Drunk Love.
Oh, or even like you can always credit just like even Billy Madison as being like a straight up knockout.
Billy Madison's wonderful.
Funny People. I know that's like not.
I
really
love Funny
him.
People.
Funny People's were great.
Oh, Funny People is wonderful. I just think it's two separate movies.
You're looking confused. Funny People is a Judd Apatow movie with Adam Sandler in it.
He's pretty much playing Adam Sandler, but a little different.
Yeah,
but
it's but like he's just living in like a big mansion, watching all the shitty movies he's made, and it's like, okay, this is obviously
it's
Adam
him
Sandler.
making fun of himself.
Mm-hmm.
It's really clever.
Like such a oh my gosh.
Like sad comedy kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Judd Apatow's all about.
The dramedies, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really quickly before we actually talk about 8 Crazy Nights, can we just relive the moment that he makes a spoof movie with him as a tiny baby with his full-grown adult head on the baby?
Yeah. and at the same time, he's just like, man, this script never worked out, but it'll do great as a background in this movie.
What?
Like
that's the truth.
He needed to come up with like what's a shitty movie that I would make, and
there's a lot of them, like trailers, like people's posters. They did.
So the movie within the movie,
design in this movie is so
the
good.
movie within the movie that makes Adam Sandler's character hate what he's done as an artist is the movie where I guess he turns into a baby and it's like his head on a little baby body, and it's just
that.
and he has to learn how to be a man.
Yeah, no, it's good. Funny People is really good.
See the expression on my face.
Yeah, it's the saddest I've ever seen someone eat ice cream and tequila.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Look what you've done, Adam Sandler.
Yeah. Why couldn't you make a better Christmas special or Hanukkah special? I should say.
Special.
Yeah, of course. We would never make a Christmas special.
But doesn't he have a Hanukkah song? Yeah.
Yeah, like that's.
Hold on to your yarmulke, 'cause here comes Hanukkah.
And you gotta do it like he does, like you're cooing like a baby. Why on your yarmulke?
Yes, Brody. I'm not one for impressions.
I'm one for the goofiest of them.
But
I'm just going to give people who are confused about 8 Crazy Nights a little rundown. It's an animated Hanukkah movie where Adam Sandler plays a worn-out, depressed version of himself who doesn't like Christmas or Hanukkah. Here. Yeah, really. No, and then he has to do some court shit, and then he's kind of brought up by the town's resident goofy old man, and he has to learn to let go of the past so he can be a better person today. It's not great.
No. And it's funny because I don't even remember all of that plot. All I remember is all the weird stuff going on in that mall.
Yeah.
I just found something because I was reminded.
Oh, right.
We're talking about.
Rose just brought up the night before
With Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen, which isn't necessarily all Hanukkah. It's like a Hanukkah included. But at the same time, it's like, I will pay you $1 if you can tell me one plot point from that movie.
I haven't seen it.
Me neither.
And I've seen most of Seth Rogen's comedies.
I don't think anyone really remembered that.
I did. No, I did.
Did you see it?
I saw half of it, and then I stopped watching.
They started talking about this thing called Hanukkah, and I was like, oh, I gotta turn this off.
Yeah.
No.
Like, oh no, Jews. Click.
Ah, Jews!
The horror! Get it away! Get it away!
Zoinks. But no, like, I'm sure like a lot of people love the fact that they have a Hanukkah movie, but like it had to be this. It had to be a shitty Adam Sandler movie where it's just him self-complimenting himself, playing all the roles, where it's like, and like the first scene is like him eating Chinese food, and you can definitely tell like what kind of depictions he has for the Chinese food store owners. It's bad.
Oh no, is it a horrible caricature?
It's horrible caricatures. Yeah. There's a joke where it's a bunch of reindeers eating poop. It's a bunch of like shitty toilet humor for like teenage people to be like, that's hilarious.
It's a lowbrow movie.
It's super lowbrow.
Yeah.
But you know what really pisses me off more than that?
What?
Not the fact that this is the only Hanukkah movie. The animation.
Oh, it's terrible.
No, the animation is so good.
I don't remember liking it.
The animation is really good. This shit looks like Iron Giant.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it looks. The animation style.
So a lot of time was put into it.
A lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of good
hand-drawn?
design. I don't know if it's all hand drawn. I'm sure like there's like some sequence that they just computered in, but a lot of the animation. Yeah, it's the same. Visually, it looks a lot like Iron Giant.
When I say I almost watched it on the plane coming home from Mexico, I pulled up the trailer.
Yeah.
I watched the trailer and decided, not today, Adam Sandler.
Good for you.
Hey, that sentence.
What do we say to Adam Sandler?
Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
But no, that's just like my quick gripe. And if you want to like a real good special for Hanukkah, watch that one Rugrats episode. It's better.
Rugrats?
I'll believe you.
Yeah.
The meaning of Hanukkah.
Oh.
I can't even remember.
That's it.
Recall anything in popular culture that has a really good representation of Hanukkah. Like I'm trying.
Well, I mean, like, to be real, as a Jew myself, I can tell you Hanukkah isn't actually that big of a deal. It's just it has to compete with Christmas, so people make it a big deal.
Ah.
Do you want it to be a big deal?
Wouldn't mind.
Yeah. So we should.
Look, I'm just saying. I am a Jewish person who spent a lot of his days in the South, and it's not the best place to be Jewish.
No.
There, especially like, I don't know.
It's not the best place to not be religious. Also, like just.
Well, I mean, religious, but like one religious. Religious. But no, I just grew up with a lot of microaggressions. Like, how much of the Quran do you know? And it's like, what do you worship? And it's like, some people just would throw change at my brother because they thought that was funny.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's the South, people.
Lord, welcome to the
South. I hope
South.
he at least kept that money.
I mean, he did. In fairness, I think like one day, this is gonna sound really bad. There was one day where it's like at the end of a school year, he collected enough money to buy a video game. A cat, and just to give you a heads up, a regular school year is 180 days, and a video game at like usual price costs $60. I'll let you do the math of how much of a hate crime he got.
Oh my god!
I'm glad he at least got something he wanted out of it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, look, they're throwing money at you.
And I'm sorry, I'm kind of laughing, but it.
No, it's hilarious.
Yeah. It's such a funny situation.
It's horrible, but like.
No, I mean it's truly horrible. How old was your brother?
Oh, it must have been like early high school days.
Okay, less horrific. I mean, still bad, but I don't want to picture a fucking third grader getting pelted with coins.
Yeah. They're in high school.
I wouldn't even say pelted. Like a lot of people do the pelting.
Oh, like, here's your money, bitch.
Yeah, it's just like throw it and just watch him scurry towards it. That's like.
Oh, like in the.
Well, then maybe he should.
Yeah, just like in Assassin's Creed when you want to distract the poor people.
You
it's like
throw the coin. You throw your money. There's a.
Well, you flip a coin to distract people too.
Yeah, but like no, in Assassin's Creed, you literally just chuck like hundreds of dollars into a street and
like,
watch
go,
everybody.
peasants.
Literally, go peasants. throw like hundreds of dollars into the street and watch everybody like swarm the area so the guards can't get you.
We all develop different coping mechanisms.
Yeah. Just from watching Adam Sandler,
Yeah,
some of it's really bad, some of it's really enjoyable, and some of it's quite compelling, although I don't think he is personally responsible for anything that I would consider compelling.
I mean, we're also talking about somebody who will gladly go on a murder spree in Assassin's Creed. So
Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler murders in video games?
He just plays bad. I bet you he only plays sports video games, maybe Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
I could totally see him doing like a full-on murder spree in a Ubisoft game.
No,
I think if he wants to play a game, he just plays like real basketball.
Yeah, he's really good at basketball in real life.
I always forget that.
Yeah, so I think if he actually does play,
that's another thing. This whole movie revolves around him playing basketball and trying to get involved with the basketball, and they have a musical number called "That's a Technical Foul." And it's just like Whitey.
Are we gonna insert a clip of it right here?
If you touch the thermostat, you'll get hit with a bat. 'Cause that's a technical foul. You will feel my wrath.
There it is. That's the song that goes on for way too long right there in that exact.
We actually legally
crazy
can
voice.
play more, but we're just not going to.
No, we got a lot more on the docket in terms of like real holidays.
I mean, Hanukkah is a real holiday.
You know what my problem is with Hanukkah? Not enough nights.
8 crazy nights ain't enough.
No. Give me a year.
You want every day to be Hanukkah.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's like some kind of thing that does a year-long
celebration?
Yeah. I'm sure it's out there.
Look, if Christmas wasn't like turned into such a capitalistic thing, shit wouldn't be on shelves for like 2 or 3 months just shoving it down our throats.
Actually, something I found interesting, the area that I was in Mexico, nobody was playing Christmas music, nobody was doing anything for Christmas because they had a holiday. So I fly in, and then a day later there's this like specific holiday for some saint that they honor, and then they had a rest day. So they had that holiday, they had a rest day, and then to avoid overshadowing the saint's day, that holiday that they had just celebrated, that's when they started doing their Christmas stuff. Nobody was doing anything Christmas. Like, they had some of the decorations up and whatnot because it's a pain in the ass, but it really wasn't decorated or Christmas. It wasn't in full swing where I was until after the Saints' Day.
Is it kind of like what we do after like Halloween, where it's like immediately take down all the decorations, put up Christmas ones after the Saints' Day?
No, so there were Christmas decorations, but not in mass.
Okay.
You understand what I mean? Like, there were some big ass trees that took probably a few hours to put up.
Oh, but there's just such a huge Christmas economy here.
Yeah.
It's just a totally different world in that regard.
I just found that fascinating.
Consumerism.
Because I didn't notice it. I've been so used to like being in the U.S. and seeing Christmas stuff everywhere. I didn't notice the lack of Christmas in Mexico until they started doing Christmas songs. Like the restaurants and the stores that we were passing through, every other one had like some kind of Christmas song or holiday theme to it.
If you woke up from a coma in Mexico on Christmas, could you tell? Or would
That's
you just,
a good question.
Would you just be like...
Yeah, that's a good way to... Yeah.
Would you just be like, March is weird. They still have their decorations up? That's strange.
No. You could tell. If I passed out last week before we got there and I woke up and they had all their Christmas stuff, I could tell it was Christmas.
All right.
I'm not a really big fan of a ton of Christmas music. I like it to put on when I'm like actually this year I watched My Neighbor Totoro while I was decorating my tree, which might become a tradition for me. Actually, I like that a lot more.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that
very
a lot
pleasant.
more. Yeah, it's two really nice things.
Actually, I mean, it's more pleasant than watching London get destroyed every year. So, well, I'll get back to that.
Oh, okay.
When does London get
I
destroyed?
thought you were talking about something else.
No, that's one of the things I want to talk about.
Yeah, it was just like the classic Christmas Brexit.
No.
Nope. Not that.
I was not going to touch
What else
Brexit.
about 8 Crazy Nights?
It's-
Why is it such an ultimate failure? Because I feel in its essence it had good intentions. I mean, other than just making money.
Good intentions, and is trying to fill like a certain void, I feel. But that...
Okay, here's a really dumb question. Is Adam Sandler Jewish?
Yeah.
He is?
No, white Protestant.
How did I know
It's all an act.
No, he's Jewish.
No.
I didn't know that.
No, he plays
legitimately.
Jewish, like how Rob Schneider plays every other person in a very offensive
I mean,
way.
Rose, he's Jewish.
Seth Rogen played a Jewish character.
No, he's not.
Seth Rogen is Jewish.
Is he?
Yes.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I couldn't
Brody is hardcore.
I couldn't hold a straight face through that
Rose
one.
is
He's the most
hardcore
Jewish-looking
messing
person ever.
Seth-
Adam Sandler's definitely Jewish.
They're
I
both
did not know this.
super Jews.
Super Jews.
Said with love, I love them both, and whatever. I don't have to validate myself. They are self-proclaimed. They make themselves both Jewish in everything that they're in too.
But yeah, just to get back to the question, I feel like there really is a void for like Christmas. Fuck.
You think there's a void of Christmas stuff?
No,
Holy
I think there's
shit.
I think there's a void of. I think there's a void of Hanukkah stuff, and like
There
everyone's
is.
like, "Hey, that's cool. They're making a Hanukkah movie," and it's like, "Oh, it's just another Adam Sandler movie."
You know, a way to get Hanukkah to become just as much of like a shelf stalker as Christmas? More
Have-
decorations. It has to become more normal to decorate more.
I mean,
for
You know,
Hanukkah.
you say
have
that, but like anytime anyone puts up a menorah in like a store, Fox News is there, like, "Oh, they're killing Christmas. They're taking away Santa.
Yeah,
They're trying to remove Santa."
It's like Cloverfield. They're running really fast and sweating with mics over to the store. Like, it's happening.
It's happening. The Jews,
Yeah, the Jews are coming.
they want revenge.
I've seen some really cool menorahs though, like some that look like unicorns or like cupcakes. I'm just saying, like, if we want to fill more shelves with Hanukkah things,
Yeah.
we need to make it more mainstream to decorate outrageously for Hanukkah, and that's the only solution. Seriously,
But I'm just gonna say, like,
you gotta get a group of your friends, families, and then like the next year, guys, we're going crazy. We gotta create a market for this.
but you know what the real problem is? Over decorating for a holiday is some real white people shit.
Yeah, it really is. I would
Specifically white Christian. Goyim. Goyim is the word. That's the Goyim. That's the word of the day. Brody's Yiddish word of the day. Goyim just refers to non-Jewish people.
like Muggles.
Like, yeah. But that's actually more accurate than you think. But in a way that's like... And like the way me and my family use it is more like how people describe like really waspy Christian people.
Oh yeah, well, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
No, I know what you're saying, and I guess over decoration and feeling like you have to do all that stuff kind of takes away from what the reason, like people say, the reason for the season.
Yeah.
And just like full on in my household, Christmas is not a religious holiday at all.
Hanukkah should be subtle. There it is. We only get gifts because fucking we don't want children to be disappointed.
And I feel like Santa Claus is a tool to get your children to behave correctly.
You know, I think I was actually like fucking 4 or 5 when my mom told me like, "Hey, there's no Santa. We're Jewish."
I was 9.
9?
Yeah.
When Rose gets back, we'll ask her.
Yeah, when Rose gets back, we'll ask how old they were. I was 9. And it wasn't too early for me. I was mentally really ready for it. It was like, we wouldn't stop bugging my mother. And I think we were taking a trip one Christmas, and we were just so concerned that, how's Santa going to find us?
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't stop. There's 3 of us. We were incessant. I think she just honestly had a mental breakdown. I was like, there is no Santa.
I think
Your father and I give you all your gifts. And It's
Yeah.
fine, though. We're going to go. You get what you want. And I was like, oh, nice. Jess is getting Nintendo 64. So as soon as I didn't care. Like, I just did not care.
I think like every smart kid kind of figures it out, but then is like, "Hey, if I keep pretending like I don't know, I'm gonna get presents."
Yeah.
So,
Well, my parents sold it so good for so long.
Rose,
Like,
you're back.
My dad would even like hop on the
Sorry,
roof of the house.
Zane was outside and I wanted to go say hello and make sure he tried my peanut butter chocolate concoction.
Rose, how old were you when you were told that there was no Santa Claus?
I actually figured it out.
You were one of the smart kids.
No, so there was a scooter.
No.
I know. So there was
I was
a
as dumb as
scooter.
they come. I didn't know there wasn't a Santa though.
My dad and mom bought me a scooter, and I got.
Was it a Razor scooter?
No.
Was there a sticker on there that said "Made in China"? It's like, wait a minute.
No. Okay. The story is they had this big ass box.
All elves are Chinese, don't you know, kids?
And the scooter was in the trunk of the car. I happened to catch a glimpse of it as they were like pulling out groceries and such. I caught a random glimpse of the scooter, and I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't really connect the dots until later.
Right.
That I saw the scooter that was on the pictured on the box underneath the Christmas tree, and it said "From Santa," and I'm like, huh. I guess there is no Santa.
Wow.
Do
you remember what age this was?
Elementary.
Elementary, like first grade or something?
No, late elementary.
Late elementary, so like 10, 11?
Yeah, third or fourth. Third to like fifth grade.
Okay. I was telling Jess, by age 4, my mom was just like, shut up, there's no Santa, we're Jewish.
I mean, for you. But,
Not for you.
There's no Santa for you.
No.
Okay.
You don't get a Santa.
I had 9 years of a Santa. Yeah. I also elected at age 12 to stop trick-or-treating too.
Oh, that's sad.
My dad told me
I was too old.
No, my dad.
I should have been going since till I was 15, honestly.
See, I feel like I did the healthy transition of kid who wants candy to teenager who wants to fuck about.
Yeah, I didn't TP my first house until I was 16.
I have never TP'd a house.
Oh, I've thrown eggs at a house.
I've done a tree.
I haven't either.
I've TP'd a house and I've egged a house.
Mm-hmm.
I have not. I've done neither because I lived in an apartment complex. And do you know how hard it is to try to throw toilet paper over the roof of a 4-story apartment?
Also, all the
I feel like I kind of do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible.
You can't.
Oh, I'm sure there are children out there.
You need to get
I'm sure
ply.
kid Tom Brady could do it.
Lord, hey Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
You want to help out?
Toilet paper challenge.
Toilet paper challenge. How far can you throw a roll?
Oh God! If we really propose this challenge to the internet, we're going to be responsible for so much cleaning and potentially
we're only challenging
bird
Tom
nest
Brady.
fodder.
Yeah.
No, we're only challenging Tom Brady.
We're only challenging Tom Brady and any other NFL quarterback.
Yeah, anyone else who does it, I mean, that's on you, not on us.
Yeah, make it to the NFL, and then you can participate in yard dump challenge.
Exactly. You can take your own, make it your own, but I mean, Tom Brady, come on, man.
So we just talked about something that is definitely not Christmas. Let's talk about something that might be Christmas.
No, it is Christmas.
Okay, debatable.
No.
HBO has a category for this now, guys. I meant to tell you both the other day.
They actually categorize it as a Christmas movie?
Yeah, and they put...
the people at HBO are fucking hacks.
They put Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone in there, too.
Yeah. So it is.
Yeah, so it is now, according to HBO, a Christmas movie.
According to HBO, Die Hard is a Christmas film.
Well, I don't know if Die Hard's in there, actually.
It should be.
I think it is.
You know what? Hold on.
Okay.
I've got HBO on my phone. I'm going to pull it up.
Rich girl.
Let me just say...
I get this shit for free, man.
With your phone plan?
No, through my father.
Okay,
Father Nightingale. Hi, Dad.
Father Nightingale.
Hi, Dad.
Why does that sound like a pseudo superhero in a steampunk world?
Father Nightingale?
Father Nightingale. Oh,
why does that work?
It sounds more like a very corrupt
priest.
You
guys have a picture of me. You can imagine who my father is.
I'm imagining just
I know your father.
Just you with a beard is what
Hello,
I think
sir.
your father looks like.
No.
Yeah, I'm picturing it now.
It's loading. Guys.
But no, I don't know how I feel about Die Hard as a Christmas movie.
I think anything that's set in the season that your family watches for a holiday is a holiday movie.
But is it watched for a holiday?
I think Die Hard is now, yeah. And I think it's watched by people like Rose who are like, fuck you, I'm watching this. This is my Christmas movie.
But it came out in July.
Christmas in July.
But Christmas in July.
Goy shit. That's goy shit right there.
That means white people.
Christmas in July.
Means white people shit.
That means white people shit.
I mean, it's...
Or just non-Jewish.
You weren't in the room for it.
No, it's for boarding schools. Because they're gone all year long. So during the summer, when the kids are home, they'll do Christmas in July. That's how it started.
I know that.
Kids in boarding schools
I thought people were just
Christmas?
really entitled.
Die Hard.
What else does it consider a Christmas, non-Christmas? Did you pull up the list?
Hold on, I'm pulling up the list now.
Okay, what about Gremlins? Gremlins also takes place on Christmas.
Yeah, Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
Yes.
God damn it. Look, all I'm saying is I have heard the argument because it's a man trying to reconnect with his family who, if I'm not mistaken, the woman actually is...
Is that not every staple Christmas film?
Yes, and I am aware that the wife is named Holly, and I know that it is Christmas.
Her name's Holly?
Yes.
There we go.
But here's my thing. If it's Christmas...
Is that not every HBO Hallmark film right there? The absent father coming home for
But you know what doesn't sell it for me? The setting.
The setting?
The setting. Why would it be in Los Angeles?
A lot of movies are shot in Los Angeles.
Well, yeah, I know that. But, why would you want to make a Christmas movie in sunny L.A.?
I mean, it's December.
Didn't Jingle All the Way take place in LA?
Yes.
I don't know
Did it
enough
not?
about Jingle.
I think it did.
I'm going to say yes.
I think Jingle All the Way is on HBO.
I'm going to say...
Jess has my phone. Can you Google that real quick? Hi, Gertie. I know we're getting sidetracked. Oh, there you go.
It's our thing.
I just knew there was a Christmas collection in
There
here.
is a Christmas. Jess, I think you just found it.
Yeah, I just hit browse collection. So when that loads, there will be a subset list that is pretty much Christmas movies.
Look, Elf is on there.
Elf is definitely a Christmas movie.
That's like classics.
He's from the North Pole,
Okay,
and he
Christmas
sees Santa
classics.
Claus.
Okay, hold on.
Of course, it's a Christmas
Hold on.
movie.
Hold on. It's loading.
There we go. Holiday-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, holiday-ish.
Holiday-ish. You don't say ish.
But you can drop on ish on anything. It doesn't change what it is.
Ish.
Friday After Next.
Hell yeah.
That was the first title that loaded.
You want to know what? Brody can get down on that one.
Well, that's very much a Christmas movie. You know what? I take it back. And it does take place in Compton, which might as well be LA.
Yeah, there we go.
Ha!
Yeah.
Ha ha!
Congratulations, you did it. It's a Christmas miracle. I believe now.
I believe.
I meant to tell you guys that when I was perusing HBO the other day. I was like, oh shit, they're going to love this. There's an ish list.
There's an ish list.
Ish.
That's my ish list.
But
It has multiple meanings.
Fine.
I
It's
grew
ish.
up, to be honest, Die Hard was released in the 90s, and I grew up watching it for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the Christmas films.
Does your dad like it?
Yeah, Dad loves it.
Die Hard 2 and all the other sequels, that's not Christmas though, right?
No, just
No.
the first one.
Just the first one.
Would you watch it on Christmas? Die Hard 2?
No.
Why not?
Sucks.
Those are the ones that I watch all year round.
But Die Hard specifically is for Christmas. Oh God, what?
Okay, hold on. No. Batman Returns
I'll
Is
accept
it a Christmas movie?
is a holiday-ish film.
I accept it. And you want to know why?
1992.
I think Scary Movie 2 is on there too, guys.
What?
Really?
Gremlins is on there. Shazam.
Oh yeah,
Shazam.
I guess yeah.
Oh, and Eyes Wide Shut, which I agree with that as well.
Lethal Weapon is on there.
If Die Hard can be considered a holiday movie, so can Eyes Wide Shut.
But you see,
there's more Christmas trees than
you
Eyes
see
Wide
the can
Shut
of
than
worms
anything.
that this opens though.
Hold on. Here's a very surprising one for me. Dumb and Dumber.
I agree with that.
No,
I've never seen it.
What?
they go to a ski resort,
What?
right?
I don't know.
Although his name is Holiday.
Yeah.
It's Holiday, and the other one his name is
Rent?
Christmas.
Lloyd Christmas, yeah.
Lloyd Christmas and
Harry.
Jackie Holiday. Harry Holiday? No, the lady he's after.
Harry Dunn. It's Harry Dunn and Lloyd Christmas. Just because of Lloyd's name.
I
It's a
feel like
Christmas
it
movie.
takes so little to be a Christmas movie.
According
So-
to HBO, Rent from 2005 is also a holiday-ish film.
The reason why I will accept Dumb and Dumber as a Christmas movie is because of the atmosphere. It's very holiday-ish.
It's winter.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just winter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just winter. I don't.
Yeah.
I just
Winter in Colorado. Rose, you've never seen it.
I'm gonna side with Brody on this one.
Rose, you've never seen it.
I'm siding with Brody.
I think there
Yay.
are Christmas decorations there though.
Yeah, but it's winter.
Do they celebrate Christmas?
There's
In the
scenes
movie?
with Christmas trees.
Okay.
So
They
But
don't
it's
celebrate
winter.
Christmas in Die
they're
Hard.
called
How
pines.
is Die Hard a Christmas movie and
Because
Dumb and
the
Dumber
whole
can't
point-
be?
The whole point is literally, I have to go home for my family.
No,
for
the whole
Christmas.
point of Die Hard is to
Christmas.
overthrow terrorism.
During Christmas. He's like, oh, I'm trying to get home to my family for Christmas. I'm trying to reconnect with my wife who divorced me.
I feel like that's your
Christmas.
interpretation, but if I were to stop, and I'm going to do a survey tomorrow at work.
Oh
What's
my God.
Die Hard about? I guarantee you the last thing someone's going to say is, oh, it's about a guy that wants to get home to his wife for Christmas. And in fact,
That's the main point.
No, it's not.
Yes,
and
it
if
is.
you can't, because you can't recommend anyone that movie telling them it's about a man that wants to get home to his
Look,
wife
to play
for
devil's
Christmas.
advocate, he didn't come to L.A. to fight terrorism. He
Exactly.
came to see his wife for Christmas.
Thank you. And then he ended up just trying to stop a terrorist plot because he got caught in the middle of the fucking thing. And he's the only one who could stop it because the cops are too dumb, except for one person, to help him.
Yeah, Officer Jackson and Jackson, no relation.
No relation.
Okay, so if
That's
Dumb
my
and Dumber
favorite joke.
does take place during Christmas, would you consider it a holiday movie?
If what does?
Dumb and Dumber.
No, I
What?
still wouldn't. Nothing that they do is Christmas-like. There are no gifts.
They build snowmen and go skiing.
It's
Okay,
Jim
but
Carrey stalking a woman.
Do you not build snowmen in the winter, though? It could be in January, Jess.
Yeah, February. There's a lot more winter to happen.
January and February. Oh my god, she's Googling it.
I'm just looking for other opinions. Okay.
Please, the internet,
Okay,
help me.
Reddit.
Help me
Okay,
learn.
Reddit.
Oh,
Reddit.
God.
Oh, Reddit's my go-to source for a lot of stuff.
Reddit. Okay, what does Reddit say, Jess?
So this person's, it's Reptar1220, 2 years ago. Is Dumb and Dumber a Christmas movie? Lloyd's last name, all the snow in Aspen, the knitted sweaters, and the one guy wearing a knitted sweater with reindeers on it. I don't know who's I don't know who's fucking talking. And the dream sequence where Lloyd is humoring Mary, the actress.
That's a dream.
The actress who plays Mary's real name is Holly.
No.
A small bonus on the Christmas theory. Families around the fire. Yeah. That's basically all I got to consider it a Christmas movie contender, which is more than I can say about Die Hard.
Jim Carrey. It's about two idiots going across the country trying to stalk a woman and killing mobsters on the way. That's not Christmas.
Second comment down, and this was just a month ago. Also, if Lloyd Christmas gets married with Mary Swanson, her name would be Merry Christmas.
That's pretty hilarious. But it's not Christmas.
Good, right? That's good.
I'm not convinced.
I still haven't seen it.
Look,
but I
if
guess
Santa was a main character in Dumb and Dumber, then maybe.
I mean, what about Nightmare Before Christmas? Is that a Halloween film? Or
Oh,
a Christmas
well,
film?
here's
Team
also Dumb and Dumber was released during Christmas.
All right, so that kind of is my own logic against me with Die Hard.
Yeah. Your own logic. Your own logic.
I'm throwing it back in your face. Thanks, Reddit. Always got my back. And most of the time you don't. Actually, you don't even really comment on Reddit anymore because I always get shit on.
Yeah. Reddit.
And most people are really mean on Reddit.
Oh my god. Have y'all
Are they
ever
mean or
have y'all
they-
ever been on the brain
No,
cell
they're
subreddit?
absolutely mean. I posted a question once. It was in this area. We're not going to give out names. What's the best Chinese food? There's not a lot of good ones. Brody, you know that. You live over here. And I listed the best ones. And I got downvoted to shit and and they were like, no, if you want authentic food, you need to go all the way over here downtown. And it's like, this fucking person asked where to get Chinese food in this area. No shit, there's better options other places. This is what's good right over here.
Y'all ever been to the brain cell subreddit?
No.
It got taken down, and it's a good thing. But it really was just like the biggest corner of QAnon incels and shit like that.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to peruse incel subreddits all the time for my own entertainment.
That shit is somehow entertaining in a
It
way
is.
that's...
It is. And it's also, as a woman, simultaneously horrific. But I think it's like echo chamber stuff. Like, I feel like, it's just like they're egging each other on. A lot of them could never act on anything that they're saying.
I do kind of take comfort in the fact that it's a lot of people who are literally pushed to a specific corner of the world, and this is it.
Yeah, I mean, everyone deserves a space, but echo chambers are very dangerous.
Yeah.
As we have seen.
All right. So
Speaking of a very incel Christmas, I didn't know where I was going with that.
Star Wars!
Star Wars!
Are we bouncing back to Star Wars?
Oh, yes.
Okay, hold on. To be fair, before we started recording, we were talking about Star Wars, which is why I said bouncing back.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Where were we talking about Star Wars about?
we were talking
debating
about Star Wars because we made Brody watch one of the worst films in history.
Yeah.
And I was telling Jess that we shouldn't.
Oh,
make
the
him
Super
watch.
Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah.
No, to be fair, we didn't make Brody do anything.
I drew the short straw.
He drew the shorts.
We all wanted to do it, and I was just like, well, a guy's got to do what a guy's got to do. I didn't rewatch the Star Wars Christmas special
Thank God for that.
because I really couldn't take it.
That's fair, man.
I've seen it 2 times, both while I was
I've seen it once.
once in high
enough.
school and once in college.
I saw it once, and that was enough.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. So.
So the general overview is that. What would you prefer? The general overview of the content or the weird ass history?
Content.
Do the content first, so the
Okay.
weird ass history makes a little bit more sense.
Okay, so the actual content of the special
Yeah, because
Is-
the point of it.
is Chewbacca wants to go home to his home planet of Kazuk.
Should we go home?
It's Kazuk, right? His own.
Something like that.
I've seen it written. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Doesn't
I know,
matter.
And
I'm not going to try.
He
it.
wants to go home to his family, his father, his son named Lumpy, and
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
his
No,
kid's
no,
name is
Yes,
Lumpy.
they did.
Lumpy is a
Why?
nickname because,
It's a nickname.
but
Is he lumpy?
he's a kid,
He's a child.
That's not answering my question, but continue.
and it's a variety show featuring all of your familiar Star Wars character, including the big 3.
The Space Anus, is that in it?
Who?
The Space Anus.
Space Anus?
Yeah.
Just wrong
The
franchise.
whole movie is a
No.
Space Anus.
There's a Space Anus in Star Wars. It sucks everybody up in a desert.
Oh, the
Oh.
Sarlacc pit.
It's a giant
The
anus.
pit.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I thought you were talking about the anus from Thor. I was sitting here telling you it was the
Oh,
wrong
Thor's
franchise.
anus? That's another podcast.
Welcome back to Thor's Anus.
I was waiting.
Oh my
for
god,
that.
I'm gonna make a new Reddit name and it's gonna be Thor's anus.
No.
It's so good.
No. Okay.
But
Brody.
speaking of big assholes in space, all of your favorite characters are back. Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, and Carrie
Hell
Fisher
yeah!
together. And you can tell they do not want to be there.
No.
And the whole thing is a variety show centered around Chewbacca's family waiting for him to come back for Life Day. A holiday.
It's like their version of Christmas.
It's them celebrating the diversity of their ecosystem
They should have
once
just
every 3
animated
years.
this.
I'll get to that in a sec. But for the majority of it, like I said, is the Wookiees waiting for Chewbacca to come home, and they are interrupted by a lot of musical performance. All with one of them, the one I remember the most being Jefferson Starship.
Was
How
it
right is that?
Was it Starfish or Starfish? Starship?
Yeah, Jefferson Starfish.
Was it Starship?
Yeah, Starship. Jefferson
Yeah.
Starship was in the holiday special.
I don't remember that.
They were, and they were just.
I really don't remember.
It was just like,
that.
hey, do you want to be there? And it's like, yeah, sure, why not? And
Oh
a
my
gig's a
God.
gig. But a majority of the special is just Chewbacca's family waiting for him to. No, I'm just.
Oh, you're gonna play it.
Is waiting for him to come back, and it's a whole family of Wookiees just sort of sitting around talking to each other. No subtitles.
No real lines either.
No, and I'm just gonna go ahead and play you a little bit of the audio. Hopefully, it captures well. But
I'm sure it will.
imagine that this is a 5-minute scene of this is one of the very long scenes, and here's just a little taste of it.
Sounds like someone eating a bunch of peanut butter and crying.
I'm gonna skip it.
It looks like an Adult Swim show. It really does. Like if I passed by TV with that on, I'd be like, oh shit, Adult Swim's got Star Wars now? No fucking way.
And it just goes on and on like this. Just very incomprehensible family situations.
I mean, it goes on long enough for you to understand. Oh, these are Wookiee. Wookiees.
Well, they're definitely Wookiees.
Yeah, they're definitely Wookiees.
And they're just waiting around. Oh, that's a picture of Chewie. Oh, these are Chewie's family members.
Yeah, and
Is the picture just like really big, hanging on the back of the wall?
yeah, and it
no
says
one can
Chewbacca
see it?
in the corner.
Yeah,
Pretty
just
pretty
so
fucking much.
you can't fuck it up. I noticed they all look very different than how Chewie looks too.
Yeah.
Which is good on their part, I guess. But
That's good on their part.
but just a little more to the history of it. It's known as the biggest mistake George Lucas ever made. He is now historically known as being very hands-on with his projects. This is the one time where there was a variety show dream team, and he's just like, yeah, you guys can do whatever you want.
He
And
regretted it
so much. I think the quote was, if he could, he would smash every copy of it with a sledgehammer.
He wanted to erase it forever. Yeah, here we are being
Yep.
the dumbass.
And you can just watch it on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's why YouTube's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons why YouTube is amazing.
The second reason would be that our podcast is available for you to listen to and subscribe to and comment and like on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can listen to it on Spotify.
And Apple Music.
And Apple Music. Isn't that crazy?
Or Apple
And
Podcasts,
we
I should
have-
say.
Oh, we have Instagram since we're doing this vlog.
Instagrams, Twitters.
We're finally starting to post and stuff.
Yeah.
You can see Justin Brody and how tiny I am, and
Mhm.
you can also see a picture of me as Freddy Fazbear.
Yeah. We when we went to see.
Well, just channeling my inner Freddy Fazbear.
Yeah, when we went to see Spider-Man, we all took a fun little group picture, and Rose didn't want to like show her face or anything because putting yourself out there on the internet is kind of scary, and so she just put up her hood, and I pointed out, hey, you know, like
You look like Freddy Fazbear.
your eyes are like glistening in the darkness, like a Jawa or like a Friday Nights at Freddy kind of thing.
Good.
No.
See, the first thing that came into my mind is she looks like, or they look like a member of Legion from Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that, and Brody's like, Rose, you look like a fucking animatronic. I'm like, well, you know,
You're
Five Nights
kind
at
of giving
Freddy's
me Legion vibes.
Security Breach just came out.
Oh yeah.
That's the third reason why you should be on YouTube right now.
Oh, right, real quick, Brody,
Watch your favorite
before we
streamers freak out to it.
Before
I
we
love
started recording, I was asking Rose about it, and they told me that it plays a lot like Alien Isolation.
I am so fucking happy. I
Isn't
know
that
like,
crazy?
we're deviating from it, and Brody's probably gonna cut some of this out.
Nah, let's just go into it.
So, but like, because we're in this vlog, I love Five Nights at Freddy's. I've been following the franchise from the very beginning. I played the first one, had no inclination to play any of the other ones except for Security Breach. But, like, it plays so much like Isolation. Alien Isolation. One of my favorite games. Unfortunately, haven't been able to finish it. I'm getting there. I'm trying. I'll keep you guys posted on that.
I think the big thing we were talking about is just like after
Free roam.
yeah, like
yeah, a free roam.
it's just
free
like
roam,
so against the
and
formula.
Once you have an offensive weapon, you can just go guns blazing through the rest of the game.
Yeah, like I might actually pick this up. Is it available on PlayStation?
Mhm.
Remind me again what the melee weapon is you get to take down these animatronics.
Is it a giant banana?
No.
Why would you go to Giant Banana?
It's a kid's place. I'm sure they're there. I would love to beat an animatronic to death with a giant inflatable banana that I fill with batteries or something.
No. You get a laser gun from a laser tag, but this laser gun is not good for humans, and it literally incapacitates animatronics to the point it stuns them for a few seconds so you can run away. So imagine what that would do to a human body.
Why is this place open? What?
Yeah.
We
That's
just
the mystery of it. You have to figure out why.
Rose, you know there's Nicolas
murderous
Cage
animatronics
movie that
and
came
the-
out not too long ago that's like based off this. So you do know about it.
We are not talking.
Did you
about
watch it?
We are not talking about it.
Why?
Not today.
Not today?
Not today.
Why?
No, today is not the day that I want to go into that hellhole.
well,
Did you watch it?
I watched the trailer for it. Not impressed.
It's a trailer.
I'm not impressed.
you know, we should talk about Christmas.
Yeah, let's talk about Christmas.
What's another funny Christmas thing?
Oh my gosh, the funniest Christmas movie in my opinion is definitely Christmas Vacation.
I haven't
Really?
seen it.
You've never seen it?
Nope.
Never seen it.
What?
It's the one with Chevy Chase, right?
Yeah, it's National Lampoon's. Yeah,
Chevy
Chase, Randy Quaid, the whole gang. A young Juliette Lewis is in it. The mom from fucking Everybody Loves Raymond. I don't know her name off the top of my head.
I think the best part about growing up Jewish is that you can easily ignore all this.
Well, you should watch it anyways because I think it's really funny.
All right.
I was actually just going to come into this entirely being like, everybody's seen it, but y'all haven't seen it.
Nah, give us the
down
scoop.
low.
I'm just going to give you a quick gist. It's Clark Griswold with his family, always trying to do right by him, but he's quirky, which these days is kind of like negligent father, but during the 80s it was like just funny. It was just funny.
It's a different time altogether.
That's definitely a thing. Like when someone
we'll have to do an episode of 80s movies that have aged horribly.
Put Mr. Mom on there because it's like it's a man who has to take care of his own kids, and it's like, yeah, it's called being a fucking dad.
Yeah. It's like when people say like they're babysitting. You mean you're just existing with your
raising
children?
your own damn kids?
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. All right. Clark Griswold's a father, 2 children, a beautiful wife. Really looking forward to his Christmas bonus at work so he can put in a swimming pool for his family because he's a family man.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't get that bonus. Oh. They get a subscription to the Jelly of the Month Club instead, which is really fucking funny, actually. It's like I would take cheese, wine, meat. There's like literally an endless subscription to anything else you can get, except jelly would be the worst.
Yeah, really.
Jelly really would be. Not even jam. Like, jam is delicious. Or chutneys. Jelly is the worst.
I love chutney of the month.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, because you can at least do something with those. Jelly, what the fuck are you going to do with that? I guess I'm going to eat a lot more peanut butter sandwiches.
Yeah, really.
So that's like the overall gist. Everybody is coming together, like his parents, his wife's parents. Everybody's coming to the house to stay with him. And it's just about him juggling all the different family members. And there's hijinks and him dealing with the ultimate disappointment of not getting his Christmas bonus, you know, with his whole family there.
Hijinks,
a ton of stuff goes wrong. One of the best scenes that gets referenced the most is when they go to get their Christmas tree. And it's so big they can barely fit it in the house. So they have to chainsaw like the top of it. And when they open up, take the cords off, it just bursts through the windows and there's a squirrel in there that gets loose. It's a lot of stuff like that.
Shenanigans.
It's shenanigans. Hijinks. We don't need to go into all the details. What I do really want to talk about though, have you seen any of the vacation movies? Vegas Vacation.
I think I've seen some of Vegas.
National Lampoon's Vacation, European Vacation.
No.
Damn, guys. Okay.
Sorry. This is our shtick.
I just want to talk about Randy Quaid as Cousin Eddie.
Cousin Eddie?
Yes. He's just like, it's like the worst possible cousin you could have like ever married into.
What the fuck?
Family just shows up in their RV and they're like, hey, surprise, we're going to stay for like a month. I just lost my job.
I'm just seeing a picture of this guy's robe. We definitely see this guy's balls in the movie, right?
No, that would be funny. I think it's just a PG movie, but like if this movie was made now, you would definitely see Randy Quaid's balls at one point.
Hell yeah.
The picture Brody is referring to is the classic shitter's full line when Clark wakes up one morning and sees Cousin Eddie out front draining the sewage tank from his RV into the sewers. And he just walks out, he's like smoking a cig and drinking a bud. And she's like, hey Clark, shitter's full. And he's just draining it right in front of his house. And that's the kind of man that he is. It's just real, I don't want to say redneck, but, and I'm not trying to be classist, but it's white trash.
Yeah.
Very white trash. Like the daughter has there's one scene where like the grandparents are like to his little daughter, like, oh, give me some sugar. And they like give her a kiss, like, oh, you've got to be careful. She's got a fungus that won't go away right there.
So would you say this is more supposed to be like a heartwarming kind of thing?
It's both.
It's both, and it's also like a gut punch, like cynical kind of thing?
It's not cynical at all. It's really like goofy.
Okay.
Goofy's a better way to say it. It's goofy, it's silly, it's sometimes a little inappropriate. I'm in particular thinking of a scene where the family gets together to go to the Galleria to do some Christmas shopping, and Clark is mesmerized by the panty sales lady at the department store, and she's like lifting up her skirt and showing him like, you see, no panty line because no panties. he's trying to buy underwear for his wife, and he's just like in awe of her. And his son Russ walks up, and he's like, "Look, Russ, no panty lines." Then realizes that, oh shit, that's my son. So that's kind of a good representation of who Clark is as a person.
All right.
He's trying to do the right thing, but he's ultimately just like a really imperfect person. Also a huge horn dog. It's like one of those oh, he's just a horny dad things, you know?
Mm.
I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's a funny movie. It's funny. It's very Christmas centric, and it'll make you feel better about your holidays if things haven't gone to plan, which they never fucking do.
Nah.
But it is by far my favorite Christmas movie.
That sounds like what it is for, like the people who know, like, hey, Christmas always kind of ends up in the shitter anyways.
Oh, anytime you have expectations and plan too much for anything, you're going to be disappointed.
And you see all these movies about, like, the perfect family get-together and someone who has to save Christmas and everything being this perfect white Christian utopia.
Look at how great my tree looks. Look how perfectly my gifts are wrapped.
I'm going to say it again.
None of that happens in
there.
shit. None of that happens in this movie.
Yeah.
Also, they overcook the turkey so much that when they cut it open...
I remember that.
Dinner,
like, it just kind of curls up.
It curls up. It's all just puffed up with hot air, and it's just, like, blackened meat and skeleton inside. Ew. It's really funny.
Nice.
Yeah, so not a lot more I can say about it. I would say watch it, but I don't think either of you are going to.
No.
But it is an American classic.
Is it,
from the last 30
I'll watch
years.
it as an American classic,
yeah,
but not as a Christmas movie.
From the last 30 years, it's probably, besides Elf, like the most popular Christmas movie.
Oh, I do love me some Elf.
Yeah, I would say besides Elf, Christmas Vacation is the most popular Christmas movie.
No, because I've got a good contender. Elf and The Grinch.
Oh, the one with Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, the original animated from 1996, and then most recent remake with Benedict Cumberbatch.
I didn't see the Benedict Cumberbatch one. I thought that was weird.
I like the Jim Carrey one, but I've rewatched it as an adult, and I have to say all the Dutch angles kind of drive me a little insane.
Yeah, no one really likes Dutch angles.
No, Dutch angles used sporadically and very tasteful.
In like a horror movie sense.
You should have seen the look Brody gave me when I said I like the Dutch angles.
The whole movie, Brody, that whole movie is shot in Dutch fucking angles, and it makes you kind of nauseous.
It works though,
and everything. And when
Elaborate.
When I watch that movie now, all I can think is how much everything looks like a soundstage, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's unavoidable.
But Rose, why do you like the Dutch angles? Why do you like bad cinematography so much?
Okay, first of all, it's not bad cinematography. It's different cinematography.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, I mean, to me, it works because within, like, the feel of the movie, you know, it's the first, like, to me, personally, it's the first live action away from the animation. So you have to... It's not quite trying to recreate everything from the animation, but it's trying to have this wild and wacky and just enjoyable ride for children to have, and for like a hark back to something that the parents grew up with. And so, like, Jim Carrey, though, did not know this for the longest time. He can actually do that. That grin that he does.
Yeah, he's got a rubber face.
He's got a rubber face.
His whole body's made of rubber.
Yeah, his whole body's made of rubber.
Like Gumby.
The control of his facial muscles is amazing.
I have no issue with any of the acting in that movie. I think it's all fantastic.
It's phenomenal acting.
That man carries that movie on his shoulders so hard.
He carries every movie he's in. I know he did an interview like 6 years ago, and it's like, what are the upcoming projects you have? And he's like, I'm in the business of polishing turds.
Yeah, no, totally.
Because you could put Jim Carrey in anything, like literally anything, and he's gonna make it at least a C+ movie, no matter just on his standing alone.
Oh yeah,
it'll be passable in my book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the same cannot be said for Adam Sandler. But if Jim Carrey took the Adam Sandler route, they would all be C+ movies.
I mean, like, let's be honest. If Jim Carrey's polishing the turds, Adam Sandler's producing them.
Brody, that's the best thing you've ever said.
Damn right it is.
It really is.
But just to go back to just for clarification, in case someone doesn't know what a Dutch angle is, it's basically just like a very tilted shot, which is often used for like to make you feel uneasy. It's uncomfortable, which I kind of get for the Grinch because he's a fucking monster.
This movie,
but it's used all the time in the movie. It's not just peppered in. It's kind of constant.
If they peppered it, it'd be good.
Here's the thing. it's constant because it's trying to. It's from a perspective of child, right? So you're a kid who's basically carrying a lot of metaphorical weight on their shoulders because their whole community hates the Grinch, and she wants to know why, right? So I like the Dutch angles because it shows like the perspective of her world flipping upside down, how everything is.
But it's not all from her perspective.
Yeah, I would say Cindy Lou Who is not the protagonist of this movie, and
it's not
at best is a secondary character, and doesn't even really become. You could take her out, and the movie would still be good.
Yeah. So Brody just put up a good point. It's not all from her perspective, but a lot of the Dutch angles is like, to me, I get the feeling that her world is flipping upside down, so like everything she grew up knowing.
I think who directed this movie, by the way?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Googling.
Let's see. Will it be Jess or Brody who gets there first?
Why am I thinking like fucking
Ron Howard.
Yeah, I thought it was Ron Howard. I couldn't remember his name.
That makes sense, Ron Howard, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ron Howard's a very competent filmmaker.
Ron Howard.
So
He's a very competent filmmaker.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I just like saying Ron Howard like that.
Can you imagine if someone like Sam Raimi made this movie?
No.
Ooh, yeah.
No.
That Grinch would have eaten that kid.
But that would have been the vibes you were going for. He can do it. He did Moulin Rouge and Romeo and Juliet. He can do anything that he wants to do.
I'm gonna save a lot of Sam Raimi talk for when we eventually get to Spider-Man.
You're right. I'm gonna clip,
in part 2.
I'm gonna clip it right now. But I'm just saying that, like, I think that's kind of the spectacle they were going for, and for me, it comes off as nauseating and hallucinatory in this movie. It doesn't come off as
childlike.
No,
not childlike at all.
No, not
it's
childlike
dark.
at
It's
all.
gritty. It looks like
the movie is really dark. Actually, it's
Yeah.
not very well lit.
What?
The movie. It's a dark
Which movie.
The Grinch. It's a dark.
the movie we've been talking about.
What are you talking about? I've seen this movie so many times, and I rewatched it recently, and I did not like it as much as I did as a kid, specifically because of the Dutch angles. Every single set looks like a soundstage, which is something that once I've decided, I know I can tell that it's that, I can't enjoy it anymore.
That's disappointing.
And even the little cars they drive around, they should have used real fucking cars. It ruins it for me. They look
like the little
No,
car.
it's just a tiny little car on a tiny fucking little soundstage with a Dutch angle, and I hate it. And it looks exactly like it looks like what it is. It doesn't look like a magical town. It looks like a really elaborate soundstage.
I think maybe that's like the charm, though, because like
I'm willing to rewatch again.
Yeah,
next
the Who's
episode
in
amend it.
Yeah,
but
the Who's in this movie, like the Who's are supposed to be like these super nice people. The Who's are straight up assholes in this
They
movie.
are.
But the makeup design for all the
But
Who's
that's
is
the
wonderful,
point.
and the hairstyles as well.
I like
That's
that.
part
Say
of
that
the point, though, for the Who's.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, we're all wonderful people and blah, blah, blah. But it's also partially a commentary on consumerism.
My
He's
issues
a wonderful Grinch.
with this movie are nitpicking at best, but really the Dutch angles are absolutely absurd.
You know, it was a really fun
And
fact
Baby
that I
Grinch
learned
is
about
cute.
this. I could be paraphrasing this pretty hard, but since Jim Carrey had to literally wake up at 4 a.m. and then just like sit in the chair for makeup for like 5 hours, he was immediately going to be like, hey, I really just can't fucking do this. This is too much. It's so hard acting in this thing. It's like 5 sweaters. I'm sure that suit weighed a whole bunch, right?
It had to at least been 50 to 60 pounds. There's no way it wasn't.
Right, and totally not.
All the
insulated.
hair and stuff. Yeah, it was heavy.
And so he...
Plus the yellow contacts must have been super painful.
Yeah. He actually went to, I want to say it was like an FBI guy or Homeland Security. He talked to an expert on torture.
What?
To see if there is any tips on like how he can endure this.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ron Howard
subtle torture's the
tortured.
worst.
Yeah. Well, I mean like that kind of torture especially. Yeah, where it's like one,
Hot,
you're totally sleep
sweaty,
deprived.
itchy, heavy, sleep deprived. You can't blink.
Uncomfortable.
Your eyes are dry. It sounds terrible.
And also just like acting in a movie like that where you know they're going to have to get a million different angles and having to do the same thing over and over again in like the biggest suit possible. That's got to be nuts. And he still delivers.
Yeah, they're all still overpaid though.
Yeah.
What's
There is, though, one scene that I absolutely adore, and it's the table trick scene.
Oh,
where
yeah.
He goes and gets the tablecloth and whips it out from underneath.
And he does it perfectly.
He fucking did it perfectly. He was supposed to. The trick was the scene originally was supposed to be Jim Carrey pulls the tablecloth, everything falls off the table, but he did it fucking perfectly. Nothing moved. And he
well, then him going back and knocking everything over is comedic gold.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he like grabbed the thing, and when he realized that nothing fell off the table, he went back and threw everything off the table and walked away.
I have a small side note that we will discuss this at a later time because we should do a Jim Carrey deep dive. But if you guys have seen a series of unfortunate events,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the special features on that, I don't know if y'all seen it, but a lot of it is just like 30 minutes of Jim Carrey improving, and we'll have to watch it together.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the fucking best. Him just doing Count Olaf without
I
little
think-
to no restriction.
I think there
Oh
was
my
even like a
God.
part that made the final cut where it's like he
Him
forgot.
acting like a dinosaur.
No, I was thinking about like there's like one part where he's like forgetting the lines and he's just
Yes.
like in character going back like you say that line again. Let me run it back.
Yes, and that did make it in the movie. And it works perfectly as Count Olaf's in an acting troupe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had to bring that. Jim Carrey's just so wonderfully talented. And if
Yeah.
you have any of his movies on DVD, do yourself a favor and see if he does a commentary or if they have any like improv scenes or like deleted scenes where they let him go a little crazy because it's super enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we'll talk about this in Spider-Man No Way Home, but there's a thing with Green Goblin's actor.
Oh, Willem Dafoe, yes.
William Dafoe. I'll circle back around. When he was supposed to return in Tobey Maguire's
He also
films-
wore a big green suit.
Yeah, he also wore a big green suit. One of his things that he wanted, he's like, sure, I'll come back for the films, but I want to try Doc Ock's like metal arms because they look fun.
Doc Ock
Is
used
there-
to terrify me when
I'm
I was a
dead
kid.
serious.
There's just like behind the scenes footage of him
I don't
playing
think
around
so.
with Doc Ock's arms.
I don't think so, but that was one of his little tag-ons. Like, yeah, I'll come back for Spider-Man, but I want to try Doc Ock's arms.
He's
'cause
just
they
like
look
on
fun.
set, no one's really using them. It's like, hey, can I play with those real quick?
Yeah, pretty much. I love it when actors do that. When
Nice.
actors just go crazy and they're just given whatever they
Well,
want to do.
We were talking about how our brand is just getting totally digressed. Willem Dafoe's brand is definitely going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It truly is.
I wish I could be like that.
I have one really quick Christmas movie I want to touch on. I'm not going to I'm just going to give a quick synopsis. But okay, so I love Four Christmases. And I know it's a shitty movie. Up and down, I know it's really bad. It's Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon. I think that says enough as it is. Yeah.
I'm gonna sound like an idiot. Who is Witherspoon?
You don't know who Reese Witherspoon is?
Rose, I'm gonna have to politely ask you to leave.
She's a magical woman.
She's
Can you
beautiful.
Google her?
Oh my! You've never seen Legally Blonde?
Oh, this chick.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
know
this
her
chick.
name. I know her. Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness, how can you not know who she is? I love Reese Witherspoon.
Oh,
I'll watch
she's
any
great.
shitty Reese Witherspoon
She's
movie.
gorgeous.
I don't care. And I love Sweet Home Alabama too, unabashedly. I think that's a good movie. It's almost a perfect chick flick actually. Like
Sweet Home Alabama?
yeah, beat to beat, almost perfect.
Hmm.
Anyways, Four Christmases. It's Reese Witherspoon, Vince Vaughn. They're like yuppie, not getting married, wealthy couple, but no intention of getting married. They look down on marriage. Obviously, they're gonna want to get married and
Yeah.
have kids by the end of the movie. Blah blah blah. What I like about it is them going to visit each other's families for Christmas. Both of their parents are divorced, and it's just like the funny family interactions. Specifically, when Vince Vaughn goes to visit his dad, and Jon Favreau and the beautiful art teacher from Eastbound and Down. What's her name?
I'm more surprised by Jon Favreau.
Jon Favreau is in this, and let me pull up a picture for you real quick.
Okay.
What's that woman's name from Eastbound and Down?
Oh, this dude.
Yeah, so this is Jon Favreau in Four Christmases.
He looks good.
Isn't he happy?
Yeah, but this is
No,
an
he
old
looks pretty
movie.
sad.
Yeah,
He's Happy Hogan.
Yeah, that's Jon Favreau.
I didn't know his real name.
Really?
We've talked about him before.
We've had so many discussions about Jon Favreau recorded on this show.
He looks like a straight up bro in that pic.
He is a bro. He's a total bro in this movie. He beats the shit out of Vince Vaughn. They wrestle.
Nice.
Yeah, but I have to, because he's always been Happy Hogan to me, I've actually had to Google almost like anytime we have a discussion with him. I had to Google his picture so I know who we're talking about.
Well, we did a food episode about him too.
I know. I had to Google his picture.
Jon Favreau.
Awesome. Happy Hogan.
Yeah.
Great.
He also directed the Iron Man movie.
Carl Casper.
Yeah.
No, I knew that.
That's my favorite interaction. If you want to watch a really dumb, formulaic Christmas movie, that also has some really good scenes from like talented comedians, which is ultimately why I enjoy the movie so much. Is it's really chock full of super talented comedians just getting to jive off each other, but it's absolutely formulaic. It's not like a rememberable experience, except from the people that make it funny. I like it, but it's a shitty movie for sure. But I enjoy it. My sister said she hated it, and I think she just didn't finish it.
Are most Christmas movies good or bad?
They're mostly bad. They're mostly terrible.
They're cheesy.
I don't think, and I say this all the time, and I love watching great movies, but I think most people on the whole don't watch good movies all the time.
I feel like, personally, Hallmark movies are the worst.
Yeah. Especially when...
the channel as a whole and Lifetime could die tomorrow and everything would be fine.
Yeah,
except for like 30 actors in Hollywood would be really out of luck.
30,
and like 200 crew members.
Yeah. The crew members I care about more.
No, the crew members could get jobs in a heartbeat.
They might have contracts.
But you know what I think is better than like actual like a million shitty movies? A lot of shitty shows that have one good Christmas episode.
What's your faves?
Oh, I kind of want to go right into my favorite.
I don't think I have one off the top of my head, so go for it.
Fit into the description you just gave.
Well, yours is very much like it's not Christmas. But
no, it's weird and wacky. I mean, how
it's
else
weird
do
and
you
wacky.
Describe Doctor Who?
Naturally,
we destroy New York and the White House on a regular basis. Naturally, Doctor Who has to threaten London once or twice a year. I mean, come on. We can't have Christmas without London being threatened.
I think the joke of the show is he can go anywhere, anytime, and he always goes to modern day London because that's when the shit goes down.
I fucking love that though.
That's funny.
I love that though. I mean, we're also talking about a TV show that traumatized an entire generation just by returning.
Oh, multiple.
With one episode. The first Doctor Who episode in the early 2000s, when it came back with Eccleston.
Yeah. The weird pointy looking guy.
I like him.
Was the sentient or animatronic or like the living mannequins traumatized.
Oh, yeah.
So many people. That was the first fucking episode. So yeah,
well,
of course.
Gotta make
TV
a big
was
impression.
a lot tamer back then, though.
No.
Yeah, it was.
No, not for Doctor Who.
I'll agree that there wasn't really as much room for experimentation, but I think like they really wanted to hook that audience, so it's like we gotta scare the shit out of them.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh no, but I just meant like right now, if you made like it would take a lot more of a threshold to get people on board.
Well, nowadays, because groundbreaking television happens like once every 6 months.
I guess what I mean is like the overall palette of the general population was more modest 20 years ago than it is today.
I mean,
what was on TV 20 years ago is very different than what's on TV right now.
Yeah. But what would you say is like the tradition? What's the tradition for a Doctor Who Christmas?
I mean, aliens threatening Earth annihilation, and then saving Christmas and having everything done by Christmas Day. Or the stroke of midnight. Actually, I should say, it always takes place on Christmas Eve, and they have until midnight to fix it. That's a Doctor Who episode.
Is it really about Christmas, or is it kind of like Die Hard where it just takes place on Christmas and it's holiday-ish? Ish?
Yeah.
I say ish.
Yeah. I don't think a full-blown Christmas Doctor Who like special.
Is there a Christmas episode where he actually does do a Santa Claus thing? Because he can travel around the world in one night. He has the power to do that.
It's called The Last Christmas, and we meet Santa Claus.
There actually is a Santa Claus in Doctor Who?
There is a Santa Claus in Doctor Who.
Aww.
And Peter Capaldi is the Doctor.
Yeah, that's Santa, alright.
And I just showed him a picture. Season 9, December 25th, 2014.
Okay. Is Santa an alien?
Yeah, he is.
How about you go watch it?
Oh,
How about you tell me right now and
Yes,
don't waste my
Santa
time?
is an alien. Good
Nice.
God. Everybody is an alien.
Are the elves aliens?
Hmm?
Are the elves?
No, they're human. Only
No,
Santa's an alien.
Oh, okay, so he enslaved them.
No.
Yeah.
I'm making this up.
Hold on.
I'm making this up. Oh, I've just been looking at a listicle, and I actually, it's jogging my memory. I do have a favorite episode, a Christmas show, and it's a very sunny Christmas. It's always sunny in Philadelphia. When Mac and Charlie realized their childhood wasn't as great as it was, which is really what Christmas is all about.
And the historical Charlie breakdown when he goes on Santa Claus's lap and it's like, did you fuck my mom?
Yes.
And then he bites off Santa's ear.
Yes.
And then
Frank crawls out of a couch.
yeah, oh my god.
Which is still like one of my most favorite memes. I have it saved on my phone just to send to people randomly, and it's Frank crawling out of the couch. It's like, have any of you guys played The Witcher?
So Rose, for context, Danny DeVito's
I don't want context.
You need it.
No, I don't.
Fine.
I don't want
Danny DeVito just pops out naked of a couch. Enjoy that. There it is.
I pulled up
We pulled it up.
squat and oiled, bending over.
I was gonna say,
perfect male form right here, Rose.
He looks pretty good naked. I'm gonna give him that.
He really doesn't look that bad. I love Danny DeVito.
He looks more like him.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, he looks, a little penguin-esque.
I
We
don't
love.
want context.
Look, and here's him stuffed in there.
What the fuck?
Oh, there's a joke of him crawling out. Have any of you guys heard about The Witcher? That's was me for 2 years. When
All right,
came out.
I know you don't really enjoy Always Sunny like that, but we'll watch the Christmas special together.
We really should.
Like a family.
Okay, can we watch Doctor Who then?
That's like an hour long, and this is only 20 minutes.
I don't know if I like that deal.
I don't think I can sit through it. Maybe can we do it in January?
Fine.
That's acceptable. She said that they said they'll be fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
I saw the eyes.
She said so. Yes, we're fine.
Yeah,
it's happening.
All out. Fine.
No. We'll watch it in January. I just can't commit to it until January 15th.
Okay.
But I was also eyeballing that listicle, and one of the things that I wanted to talk about that I saw in passing was Community's Christmas episode. It was super before its time. It's way more cerebral for how funny it is. And Abed's Uncontrollable Christmas is... So, you know the character Abed, right? Abed, of course, being the neurotic, on the spectrum character who sees everything through TV tropes. Okay. Like, that's how he sort of connects emotions.
Yeah, he has trouble connecting with people emotionally, and but also on the flip side of that, really connects with people through a screen.
Yeah.
And he's just a movie savant and filmmaker. And
one day, on Christmas, he has a crazy mental breakdown where he sees everything around him in stop motion, a la Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Aha! Yes. Okay.
And it's just
more,
like,
for
I think
those
that
who haven't seen it, the stop-start motion's a lot more modern than that, but it is the vibe.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And it's just like the whole idea of and the episode is in stop motion. It's just like, I think that there's something special about Christmas this year. Maybe that's the reason why everything's all in stop motion. They're looking at him like, what the fuck is he talking about? But Abed's Uncontrollable Christmas, the thing that I really like about it is that it eventually does divulge into sort of like this we gotta save Christmas narrative. Trope, narrative, whatever you want to call it. But it's done by Abed, who has a Muslim background, Troy, who's a Jehovah's Witness, and Annie, who's Jewish, and they all talk about their favorite Christmas memory.
Oh, and then Britta is probably atheist or agnostic.
Yeah. Pierce is way too...
Pierce is Pierce.
Pierce is into cults and shit.
He's a Scientologist, we'll just say.
And Jeff doesn't really give a shit about any religion.
He's a nihilist.
So all these people have to save...
I'm gonna pop my Diet Dr. Pepper.
Do it! Oh, fuck yeah.
Diet Dr. Pepper, please, dear God, sponsor me. I spend an ungodly amount of money on Diet Dr. Pepper.
No, but
Okay, can we... Because Jess kind of did a shout out for a sponsorship.
Oh,
Can we
yeah.
just mark that most of the time it's just a joke on...
Oh, yeah, we're entirely
It's
kidding.
like,
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
If I did want a brand to sponsor us, I would love it to be like a good company of a product that we use.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
Artifact.
Artifact would be great. Whose microphones are these?
I don't know, but I would...
Sony.
Eptison. Oh, I would love Sony too.
Sony.
Sony would hook us up.
Yeah, like we're gonna... Okay, guys. Astroglide, I will sing your praises every day.
But no, it's
You know who we don't want to sponsor us?
who don't we want?
Fucking Kellogg.
Fucking Kellogg's. And I'm pretty
Kellogg's.
sure I was listening to one of our episodes and I heard us, like, we made the joke, like, oh, please sponsor us. And then after recent events, I just wanted it to be made very clear
So,
that, like, fuck Kellogg's.
When I said, hold on. When I said that the only good thing Kellogg has ever done is say no to the KKK, I meant it literally. That's the only good thing they've ever fucking done.
Yeah, no, it really is just like two brothers who thought that they were going to be scientists who changed the world, but really they just wanted kids to masturbate less. And they
It's true.
competed in like, let's make a shitty cereal that'll make people weirder and
And
healthier.
then one stole the recipe, so
Did
the
you
other
think
one
that,
got
like, they
pissed.
thought they'd be pooping too much, they wouldn't have time to masturbate?
I
don't know.
from what I've heard was someone thought, hey, gorillas poop 4 times a day, and they seem pretty happy. So
Yeah, they also throw their own shit around, too.
yeah, I think it's like we've done enough.
Oh, so I mean, the apple,
Brody's face was like,
Apple-
yeah, that's something to consider.
I mean, the apple doesn't fall far from the evolutionary tree. So
Ew.
I have never picked up my feces and thrown it.
I mean, they're
Just putting that out into the web right now.
You see, when you say something like that, it makes me think, wow, she really must have done that once. She really must have thrown her feces out somewhere.
To my knowledge, it has never happened.
It's like Shane Dawson
I did live
when
in
he made
Florida
that
for
video.
a few years, though, so who knows?
Well, I mean, Florida is somewhat different. I think we've pivoted enough away from Christmas into our
Wait,
next thing.
Can you please just wrap up Community Christmas?
Oh yeah, so it's about a
Please,
bunch
thank
of
you.
Okay, yes,
It's
just a slight deviation. Wanted to put that plug in. All right, let's go.
so it's just about like a bunch of people who really just don't really follow Christmas, except Shirley. Shirley straight.
Oh
up
yeah,
Christmas.
we didn't even. Yeah, of course.
We were thinking about all the people
Christmas.
who aren't in it, but like she's definitely in it. But we're just
yeah, of course she is.
But it's nice to just see like a Christmas special all about like people who don't really have attachment to Christmas, but like, you know, we have some good memories because of it. And I think like that's more relatable to a lot of people.
It's way more relatable, and it's really representative, at least my experience with the holiday,
Mm-hmm.
and honestly how mine was growing up.
Oh, mine too. Just like the idea of like everyone else celebrates this, and I'm just
And
kind
this
of
is
like
what we're
observing.
gonna do. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I love that.
I've done some Christmas, but most of the time my family does it on New Year's.
They do Christmas on New Year's?
Yeah.
Out of like convenience or something?
I don't know. We just call it the Armenian Christmas.
Yeah, there it is.
It's your family tradition.
It's our family tradition.
Doing it up
All right, so I heard you guys say earlier, and I'm actually very curious. How did Hawkeye end?
I've got a theory.
I'm honestly really curious.
Okay,
I've
so
got theories, but Brody, please.
remember when I said it didn't start great?
Yeah,
And remember how I was really on the fence and thought that there were occasionally some cool parts?
yeah.
And remember how like I really wanted to say whether or not this last episode would be good to determine whether or not the whole series as a total has been good?
Yeah.
It's not good.
Okay, so to backtrack, the last episode
I'm not surprised.
was that we covered was episode
It was 4, I want to
4.
say.
It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
episode 4. I was trying to mentally count in my head.
So there's only like 6 episodes of this?
6 episodes, so it's not a long watch.
You want to know what? I mean, that seems appropriate to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
There was-
not, you know what? It could have been a movie.
Yeah, it really should have been.
It could have
But
been
would
a.
anybody have watched it?
Yes.
Probably.
They watched.
They watched
Black
fucking
Widow.
Ant-Man.
They watched.
That's
no,
true.
Ant-Man was better. Black Widow. I watched Black Widow. Yelena comes back.
Oh yeah, your girl was in it.
Yeah,
Elena.
my Florence Pugh.
I'll say she's
Yeah,
the
she came back in like the last.
Yeah,
few episodes.
she's amazing.
yeah, she's definitely the best part of the show. There's
She's
like
the best
one
part
scene,
about everything that she's
There's
in.
one scene where she's just like kind of in the middle of like a Deadly Assassin and Valley Girl on Vacation.
I love her reaction to.
Oh wow,
Kate
that's like
Bishop.
exactly what I
Mhm.
want to be.
I love her reaction. She's just done. So it's episode 5.
Yeah.
I think, when the elevator scene. Is that 5 or 6?
6 is like the last one where they're fighting each other. That's the elevator scene.
Is that the elevator scene? So
Where they're like in the elevator
Yeah, Kate
and
Bishop
and she's trying to
Yelena.
stall, and how do
And
you
she
stall
just,
on the
like, yeah.
pressing all the buttons like
And
no.
Yelena's like, that's childish. I'm
That's-
done with you.
that's
and
childish.
Storms out of the
Mhm.
elevator. I love that scene.
I like that she's never like really violent towards Kate because she doesn't really have to be.
She doesn't have to be.
In fact, she
doesn't
like
really
admires
know.
her a lot.
Yeah, she doesn't know where Kate stands. And this just speaks volumes to how much Natasha influences Yelena.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got very much like a Natasha Romanoff vibe
Ooh,
in that moment.
another cool thing about Yelena, and this was in episode 5. It starts with her having like a little side story, and we get to see what it's like to be snapped and blipped from.
Oh really?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she's the one of the people who turns to dust. We have like a sequence where she's like going to the bathroom, and then she just like poof, and then is back, and it was like a second, and she just comes out like everything's changed, and I'm really confused.
We get this in WandaVision, but I like the reiteration of it.
Yeah, like I would say like more MCU things really need to be like, hey, this was a really crazy fucked up thing, and you can tell millions of stories just from that.
Yeah, because the first time we get it was one of the people in WandaVision. I don't remember her name.
The person who eventually becomes
One of the Marvels.
Rambo, her name.
Yeah, she blipped and she's like, oh, where's my mom? I'm in a hospital. And the hospital's like in chaos.
Yeah, it's like all these people just showed up, and she's just like, I literally just took a nap. Like, what's happening?
I don't know what's going on. And then we see Yelena, and it happens to Yelena, and Yelena's just like, what the fuck? I just stepped into the bathroom for a moment.
Yeah, my skin got all weird, and now I'm here.
Yeah.
Again.
And I do want to say that Yelena's character, how she actually stops for a minute. She's told, last time we see Yelena was in Black Widow, and she's told that Clint Barton killed her sister. She goes after Clint Barton.
Because fucking Elaine told her that.
Yeah.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus' character, who's still somewhat of a mystery. I thought she was going to show up
Lady
in...
Hydra.
Ooh.
Me personally, I'm in the camp that she's Lady Hydra. I think that's kind of where
I can dig that. She's definitely a villain. She looks a lot like a villain.
She is a villain.
But I really just wanted the ending of this show to be like something big and something kind of great. And I was hoping it would be because my boy's back. Kingpin. Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin from the Daredevil Netflix series. Have you seen the Netflix Daredevil on?
No, but I saw it's on there today.
Yeah.
I've seen the Ben Affleck movie.
Not the same.
I think not.
I think you would like it because Kingpin, I think in episode 3, like squishes a guy's head in.
Oh, that's cool.
But
Is it practical?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he actually got his head squished in. Like
No, I mean,
like they had to sacrifice an intern,
No,
but
I mean,
they
like,
got the
is
shot.
it CGI? Is it practical?
I think it's Foley. Like they do it from a distance, and it's just like
because I hate it when it's full on CGI. I don't like it.
yeah, and then like in the booth is just a guy punching a cantaloupe or something.
Yeah, really.
I'm fine with that.
But here's the thing. I don't think we're done with. I really don't.
He's dead.
I don't think so.
Hawkeye's dead?
No,
No.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
What's happened to Hawkeye? Is he dead?
No.
Nah, he gets to go
He
home with
takes-
his family like
yeah, he finally
idiot.
he makes it home for Christmas.
Ugh.
And he
So
takes
is Hawkeye,
Kate Bishop with
is this
him.
a Christmas series?
Yes.
Per our...
Yes.
You know what? It's
Brody looks ill right now.
Unfortunately, due to our logic.
due to
Yes.
our logic. It comes out during Christmas, It's set in Christmas. It's set in New York in Christmas, which is
like, I guess, double Christmas.
It's twice to Christmas. It's Christmas cubed.
It's reiterated. Oh, Christmas! I'll be home for Christmas.
It has
I
so
need
much
one
Christmas
more
music.
day.
In fact, when they first show Kingpin at the end of an episode, the song is "You're a Mean One,
Kingpin.
Mr.
He's
Grinch."
the guy from Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
The big shoulder man.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's all clicking now.
Which is why I don't think we're done with Kingpin.
He gets shot.
I think we're not done with Kingpin.
Did you see him die?
No.
That he's not dead. That's how movies work.
Look.
It's insinuated.
Whatever, Brody. You know I'm right.
Jess. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. It's time for imagination.
Is it a Tony Soprano death?
No.
No. It's so a character. We talked about Maya, who is on.
Maya is
right. We didn't talk about Maya.
Okay, cool.
Who eventually goes on a big revenge quest because apparently Kingpin killed her actual father.
Yeah, she finds out.
So a character who has a change of heart and a redemption story based on revenge meets Kingpin, and there's a gun to his head, and he's all weak from a fight, and then off screen we hear gunshots. What kind of visual storytelling does that say?
To me, if they did not show the body dead, that means that the person who thought they wanted revenge realized they couldn't go through with it and just shot the gun to the air to the left or the right, which is a far
Then why would you shoot the gun? Why would you not just put it down?
Anticipation. Because they thought about doing it and then last minute changed their mind, which is a more used trope than them actually killing the bad guy.
I don't think we're done with Kingpin.
Look, if they do, it wouldn't surprise me.
We have to have.
But everything about the way that was shot is supposed to show, yeah, he's done now. So why would they film it like that? I'm not debating whether or not he's going to come back. I'm just saying that that's what they showed. They lied to us if that's the case. It's false advertisement.
You want to know what? A lot of what they do is false advertisement.
Marvel lies to us all the fucking time, though. All the damn time.
Oh, I have another fact check I want to put in for myself.
Oh yeah, let's fact check.
Okay.
I kept bringing up Mystery Men a lot, which I do want to talk about more. It's fucking Captain Amazing, not Captain Fantastic, and I just want everyone who actually even bothered to listen to our superhero episode, they need to know that I know that, and that I was just hooked onto one word, and I was saying that. And I was listening to it the other day, and I was like, it's so cringe. It's wrong. It's so wrong.
I think you went on to Mr. Fantastic, and I thought maybe there was a comic issue I didn't know of.
It's Captain Amazing. And I knew that the whole time. I just was saying it wrong. That's all I wanted to say for myself.
I have another fact check while we're on the subject. It was on our last episode, the kids shows for adults. Yes. I was talking about Steven Universe, and when I was talking about characters with gems on their heads, I said Pearl and Lapis when I really meant to say Peridot. Peridot, of course, also having that. But
I didn't know.
But Peridot and Lapis were like buds, so I think that's kind of where my wires got crossed.
It makes more sense because Peridot and Pearl are more similar.
Yeah.
Lapis is on her back, maybe?
It's on her back.
Yeah, it's on her back.
We should do this more often.
Yeah, we should. You know what? I thought you were wrong, but I also just...
Stevens on his belly button.
Yeah, as well as Amethyst. And that's where my whole theory of the gem placement determining their personality thing is.
And I thought it was more of an artistic choice, but that given on the...
I remember.
the rules of the world...
We're just nitpicking the exact placements.
We should do this more often.
Yeah, fact check when we
I think every 10 episodes we'll have a fact check segment.
Yeah, I like that. I do too, because sometimes we're really off the cuff, and sometimes we say things. So
we're idiots.
Yeah, I really am.
Idiots. We just go along with it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a happy fool, and I gotta tell you, the dumber you are, the happier you are.
I had another fact check I want to talk about.
Oh, I know this one.
This is me correcting you.
What did I do?
When we talked about Attack on Titan for the first time, you said there were 7 Titans.
Yeah, I didn't know how many there were.
There's 9.
Shit, we were both wrong.
Yeah.
What?
Granted, Eren is
There's
3 of them. There's 9.
Wait, what? Hold on a minute. How can one person be 3?
Cannibalism.
Yeah, cannibalism.
We'll explain things later.
You know what? That's fair. And when we do our Attack on Titan episode, I am going to make some sheets with all of the...
We're going to make a flow chart.
We're going to have to make a flow chart. We're going to have the Titans' names, who was them, and then maybe print out I can at work.
What other fact checks we have?
fucking Jeremy Renner is nothing like Rick Moranis, and we need to revoke that compliment that we gave him
Yeah,
last
that one
episode.
came to us from a direct message, which I'm going to call as our first ever piece of listener mail.
Yeah.
From our boy Zane, the only adult in the room at all times.
yeah, pretty much.
If you need an adult, it's
He's our
Zane.
babysitter.
Yeah. And what was the message he sent to you, Jess?
He agrees that Tobey Maguire looks like he smells like cheese.
Yep.
Yep. Underrated
Oh my
comment.
God.
And that Jeremy Renner is apparently, allegedly a piece of shit. And he's nothing like Rick Moranis. And upon further research, he is nothing like Rick Moranis. And we really regret putting that out into the world.
Mm-hmm. Rick Moranis
is an angel.
As an angel who's never done anything wrong. Jeremy Renner has some seedy allegations.
Some very seedy allegations.
Things that make you think like this guy really just is not stable, and maybe like the decision to give up acting is more just that way he can like rehabilitate himself.
Or maybe no one wants to work with him. Or little A, little B.
Either or.
Either way. I don't really give a shit.
I just remembered, Tobey Maguire smelling like cheese. He also looks like a youth pastor.
Well, that's a joke they actually make.
Rose, that was so good. He does look like a youth pastor. He could be in Uncut Gems. Not Uncut Gems, Righteous Gems.
Oh, okay, Righteous Gemstones. I was about to say, those are two different things.
I'm all over the place with gems today.
Yep.
Crystal gems, uncut gems, righteous gemstones. That's 3 right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else you want to touch on today, guys? We've been recording for a while.
I mean, like, we got a lot to get to, and we have been recording a while.
Part 2.
We'll pick it up in part 2. There's definitely more like fact checking we can do, but there's nothing really big coming to my head.
We need to move on to the big topic.
The big topic, which you'll just have to wait for in part 2, happening right now.